So I just turned 26 a little over a month ago, and I was doing a lot of reflecting. I've grown a lot as a person. I am not the same person that I was when I was 18, 19, 20. There's a lot that I've learned through mistakes and through success. And I thought maybe I could share that information with somebody who's around that age, 18, 19, 20, like your early 20s. I was thinking maybe I could like offer advice to anybody in that age bracket. So that's what I'm doing now. So here's just 5 pieces of advice that I think pretty important to remember and keep in mind as you're navigating your early 20s. I'm not ranking these. I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just saying it as it comes to me. The first is going to be your finances. Now look, I understand that the school system that you went through probably didn't teach you much about your finances. However, that is no excuse to be ignorant on finances. You need to learn somehow, some way, how to manage your finances. There are many free resources that you can utilize to figure it out. There's no excuse. Financial audit, great resource. Love watching financial audit. It's really like shaped the way that I look at spending. Dave Ramsey show, Jack Morgan, RLP, someone that can just give you a little bit of an inside scoop of what it's really costing you to purchase certain things. And I think a big part of that is these car payments. They're getting out of control. Average used car payment, $533. The average new car payment, around $700+. It's ridiculous. Okay. For some people, especially at 18, 19, that's usually like 80 to 90% of their income. And then what do you do if the car breaks down? Insurance. Figure your finances out. Figure out how to invest, because life's tough, and being ignorant about finances is definitely going to ensure it's going to be tougher. I'm also not going to be delving into any of these things too deeply into this video. I want to make separate videos about each one of these things and why they're important, and then I'll delve into it in another video. Second piece of advice, don't be afraid to fail. Your 20s, your early 20s are the closest thing to invincible that you probably will ever be. I know that was the case for me. And look, maybe that isn't the case for everyone, because everyone is at different places in their 20s. But I know for the most part, 20-year-olds feel pretty indestructible. Apologies for that interruption. I got a call. Everybody always tries to call me when I'm in the middle of recording. Sorry about that. But the point that I was trying to make is you're not getting any younger, and in your 20s, you're nearing your physical prime. So use that to your advantage. Don't be afraid to take chances in life. I mean, financially, some of you don't have anything anyway. So go whatever you think is going to make you happy in life and that your dream is to do, give it a real shot before you just give up on it or just think it's impossible. You know, actually work towards trying to make that thing happen as much as possible. And I think during that process, you'll find out whether or not it is for you or not. And if not, you'll find something that appeals to you more, and it'll lead you in the right direction. There's no such thing as like making a wrong decision. All the decisions that we make, whether they're the right decision or the wrong decision, lead to lessons that we needed to learn anyway. And I think you have to experience things, obviously within reason. Don't be reckless. You need to experience things and take chances on yourself early and often, so that you can really say, well, I gave it a shot, and work towards something, or maybe find something, you know, another avenue that makes you happier. Just don't be afraid to fail. Just try to put a positive spin on it. I know it's tough because life is tough, but it's part of being human, is we have to put a positive spin sometimes on a negative thing. That's one of the hardest things I think that there is to do in your 20s. So, third piece of advice, don't try to conform to other people's expectations of who you should be. Whether that is your parents, your partner, be yourself, because that is the only way any of us are going to be happy, is if we are who we truly are. Obviously, again, within reason. Trying to be who other people want you to be is never going to lead to happiness. It's only going to lead to a feeling of constant approval seeking. I can tell you that's a dangerous, like, downward spiral to be on, because I was on that path myself. Now that I am who I am supposed to be, and I'm working toward being the person that I am supposed to be, I am far happier than I ever was in my early 20s. And I'm glad that I have the wisdom now to know that I need to be me, and I'll find a community of people that accept me for that and that embrace me. And I hope to do that here. The fourth thing I want to talk about is relationships. Now, when I say relationships, I mean any type of relationships. Relationships with your family, with your friends, with your fiance, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Relationships are hard work, but they're necessary. We as humans were made to be social creatures, right? We need people around us that are there for us, that care for us, whether that be family, like I said, friends, loved ones, whatever. They're hard work. You have to put in a lot of work. And as you get older, it doesn't get easier because everybody else gets older and they all have their own adult lives and schedules. And sometimes it's impossible to see friends, and relationships can start to dwindle that way. So you have to be active and aware that if you don't work on these relationships after school, after graduating, they will fade. And if these people are valuable to you, you need to make the attempt to make time for them. And obviously it's a two-way street. They need to do the same thing for you. If they're not, then they're not great friends. They need to prioritize the people that they see as close, or maybe they just don't see you as close. And then that should tell you then where you should be prioritizing your time. Nurturing positive relationships and keeping your day ones around, the people that are really there for you, that care for you, is so important. And you're really going to thank yourself in the future when you still have those relationships because you took the time to nurture them. And that leads me to my final point. And that's that you need to be able to identify who's not healthy for you and then cut them out of your life immediately. Not everybody that you meet in life is going to want the best for you, is going to bring the better version of yourself out of you, is going to lead you in a positive direction. And that's just a fact. Not everybody has your best interest in mind. You are your biggest supporter. So you need to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are also contributing and supporting you in some kind of way. Like I said, two-way street, you need to support them as well. But for the most part, the people that you surround yourself with really need to support you. And if they don't, regardless of who they are, family, friends, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, you need to get rid of them. Because you will be much happier when you're only surrounded by people who have your best interest at heart, who are there to support you in every way that they can. And the sooner you're able to identify the people that aren't those people, you're able to cut them off quicker and get them out of your life because they provide no value. Actually, they provide the opposite of value. They want to see you lose. They don't have your best interest. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't care if you succeed. So what do you care if they're around? So I'm just going to start posting here. Like, this is just like a channel that I think I'm just going to start posting like thoughts that I have or like advice or just things that I want to talk about. And you guys can comment on some of the things that I've said and tell me whether or not you think I'm wrong. I'm open for discussion. And then tell me if there's anything you want to talk about in another video or you want me to cover in another video or that you want to know my opinion about. Like I said, if you know anybody that got any value out of this video, please send it to them. Liking this video does a great, wonderful thing for me. It gets the video out there. It tells the algorithm that people enjoy this content. But that's it. Thanks for watching.